it, man.
Let's talk then about a cluster of virtues which concern difficulty. So the big virtue is fortitude. Fortitude has two main pieces, the attack piece and the endure piece. In the attack piece, we've got confidence and then magnificence or magnanimity. And then in the endure piece, we've got patience, which bears up under sorrow, and perseverance, which bears up under duration. So pick out one or two of those and tell me which of those you find to be most applicable or most beautiful, maybe is simple enough.
Yeah, I think the primary disposition of courage is actually endurance, which I think for most people think if you're going to be courageous, you're taking action, you're attacking. But it's actually the primary is endurance, which I think can throw people off a little bit. But I do want to focus on the attack side of things because, I'm an active guy. Like I just want to fight. But within that sense of this active attack side of courage and fortitude is that kind of, I think in a unique way, is the inventiveness of it. Like if you're coming up against a difficulty, there's a reason that's difficult. There's a reason that everything you've done up to that point has not really produced what you expected or things. And so now you not only we talked about adaptability, but now is the ability to use your intellect in beautiful ways and to survey the scene and invent a way to overcome this difficulty or to remove it. And I think it's really important that you place this kind of virtue at the place that it is, because we talked about prudence and we talked about the ability to learn from other mentors and those that have gone before us. But there does come a time where you have to take the action. And there's a way to, when you come against this difficulty, that it does demand not just brute force, but also like kind of an inventiveness to overcome that.
Yeah, and when we talk about that attack piece, again, big things being confidence, which is a preparedness, like a ready-to-rockitude, right? Which I think you'll find especially in Catholic entrepreneurs, Catholic leaders who have a vision but recognize that it's not going to be given to them, that they're going to have to get after it, and they might be, in the clutches of sadness or loneliness or anxiety, but they realize that no one's going to do it for them. God will do it in and through them. And then magnanimity, it's like, to be after great things worthy of great honors because they're great, because that ought to animate the human heart. And we had an episode, not too long ago called To Greatness, which focused on this theme. So we can just refer people back to that, but which is safeguarded ultimately by humility, which breathes in you this recognition that it's all from God, that it's all his gift. What do we have that we have not received? If therefore we have received it, why do we boast it as if it were our own? So it's like this sense that all of this is, the gift that comes down to us from the Father of light. So we should render thanks, but we should also honor that gift. We should also treasure that gift. We should make good use of the talents with which we've been entrusted. So, to identify there within fortitude, especially confidence and magnanimity, with humility, helping magnanimity, safeguarding it from excess, from pride, from vainglory, from ambition, from presumption, whatever else, so that it pursues its goal with uprightness of heart, but a real zest.
The one thing I'll say with there that I've said in kind of different ways at different times, but when we look, especially with the virtue of fortitude, with the confidence piece, but with the humility piece, like once you put all of that together in there, I think there's a real concept that there are many times that the Lord maybe is more confident in us or trusts us more than we trust ourselves or are confident in ourselves. And that should give the person the ability to say, well, actually, my confidence is in him, that he gave me a well-formed intellect and a strong will to pursue his glory in leading this project or leading this thing. And thus I can step forward in confidence, not as a way to say, like, I'm going to pull myself up my bootstraps and make this work, but my confidence is actually in him, in the gifts that he's given me, and I'm going to exercise those well. And so then I can actually have a self-confidence in who I am and a maturity to understand who I am and go forward on this. So when we talk about courage to attack and overcome, good Catholic leaders do have a confidence in their abilities, but they see them as God-given and that their exercise of that is to his glory. And so they can kind of be like just radically free in doing that, in leading well. And those are some of the most attractive and kind of magnetic Catholic leaders that you see, because their confidence is in them as the Lord trusts them as well.
Father Bonaventure, if you had to choose between getting Warby Parker glasses, subscribing to a YouTube channel, or flossing your teeth, what would you choose?
Oof. I guess, to be honest, subscribing to a YouTube channel.
See, folks, it's not as bad as flossing your teeth or getting Warby Parker glasses. Please subscribe to Godsplaining. Cheers.